Now, in today's video, we're going to walk you through an example of a landing page template that can be applied to almost any local service-based business. And you can use this kind of a template because it covers all the core fundamentals of a high converting landing page. And with our landing pages, we really want to keep them as simple as possible and, just optimize them for converting as many of our clicks as possible from our Google Ads into leads. And to just walk you through, the core fundamentals and how this can be applied to, any service-based business is that, as you can see here, when we land on the top of our landing page, if somebody clicks onto our landing page from the ads that they see, then they should see something like this where, you have your logo at the top left, phone button at the top right, and then some kind of social proof in the very middle as well. So you can have the logo of the review platform that you have reviews on. So a lot of the time this might be Google reviews, and you can say, that we're 5-star rated based on however many plus Google reviews or Facebook reviews and so on. And I would give the number of how many reviews you have if you have even 20 or more. Or otherwise, even if you just had a few, that you could just say that we're 5-star rated on Google, for example. So that way, so far, it's similar enough to the website in terms of having your logo top left, phone at the top right. But instead of having, the links to your about us, your contact us, your services, and so on, we just have social proof here in the middle instead, because that's what really matters most when it comes to a high converting landing page. Next, then we have a really simple headline that, matches up exactly with what the person is searching for, and it's just simple and to the point, and it gives no confusion and there's no fluff, and it's designed for the person on the other end to just feel like they're in the right place as soon as they land on the landing page. So if you offer, driveway installation, for example, then you could have a headline of affordable and reliable driveway installers near you. If you're a plumber, you can have affordable and reliable plumbers near you, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. And below the headline, then we like to have an offer as well. And this can be in the form of, a percentage discount off all services for a limited time only or this month only. Or if you're offering a much higher ticket service where they don't know exactly what they need done right away, then you could offer something like, a free design consultation or a free no obligation consulting quote. So this way you're encouraging the user to take the next micro commitment without, telling them that you have to fully commit to getting a job done by us right away, because the purpose of our landing page isn't to sell them. This is only to try and get leads from our clicks. So our landing page is not about, selling them right now, right here. It's only about, encouraging the user to take the next commitment. And usually something like getting a free quote is the easiest way to do that. Apart from that, then in our hero section, we like to have simply around 3 bullet points of, the main benefits of why they would choose you. And if you offer a really specific service, then you can get creative with this and not give generic benefits, but something that's really specific to you and would really help you stand out a lot from your competitors. And giving real benefits that would make people stop and think and actually want to reach out to your company and get in touch is where you put these bullet points. And what we also want to try and incorporate into our hero section as well is if you can get a 5-star review into the top part of the page like this as well, you see you're giving them trust signals straight away from the very beginning, especially because at the top of the page as well, we're saying that, we have however many reviews on these review platforms as well. But another way of incorporating this is having authority markers that are relevant to the service that you offer. For example, relevant confederations that, are specific to the industry that you're in, or having, 100% satisfaction guarantee logos and so on. But having a screenshot of one of your 5-star reviews is most likely the best way to incorporate trust into the hero section. And what we also like to do as well is have a form at the right hand side of the page so that they have the option to just fill out the form and get in touch for a free quote really easily as soon as they land on the page. So our call to actions are really clear and visible here as well. And in terms of the colors of these, really it would be your logo that should determine the color scheme of your landing page, because it's nice to make it look somewhat like a website, even though we're really intentionally not wanting to design a website either. Because while a website is great and is great about giving a lot of information about your business, there's a lot about a website that isn't optimized for actually converting clicks into leads. So it is good to, use the color scheme, for example, to just make the design of the landing page look really nice. But we always want to remember that, we're trying to design a high converting landing page rather than, a general website. Now, another thing that would also be worth trying with your hero section rather than have it specifically or strictly this way is that instead of having a form right here, you could just have a photo of your product or service that you offer. And that could be in the form of like photos of your team and company van. If you have those photos in general perform really well. And you could have, instead of having, a big form here on the top of the page, you can instead have a get a quote button that'll just lead to a light box where a form opens up that they can have the option to fill in. And just to show you what that would look like on the published landing page itself. So if you can imagine, instead of having a form right here, you could have a nice big photo of the product or service that you offer, or your team or company vans with the company logo on them, for example. And then instead of that, you just down here at the bottom below the photo, you could have the option to get a quote, which would open up a box like this where they can enter in their name, contact details, and a message of what they want to get done. So that might be worth trying out as well instead of having, a big massive form on the hero section when they land on the page. And it's something that could, be worth A/B testing, which I actually have separate videos on as well if you'd like to have a look into, A/B testing your landing pages. But that's just to give you some ideas of, what your hero section should look like. And, as you can see here on the published version of the landing page, we just want to make it as easy as possible to convert from a click into a lead as possible by clearly pointing out in our headline that the service that you are looking for with your keywords and the ads that they see is clearly reflected here in your landing page headline. And we're just making it so easy for them to get in touch because we have a form right here. And if they scroll down the page and want to learn more, and then they want to, convert into a lead, they can press any of these, get a quote buttons, and they'll have the option to just simply fill out this form and get a quote. And same with calling directly as well. We have multiple call buttons throughout the landing page, and you're just making it as easy and seamless as possible for them to call or fill out the form. The next thing that's really important then as well is social proof. So as we already mentioned briefly, at the top of the page here with our review logos and a review in the hero section as well. I almost want to have even more social proof directly below the hero section because in my opinion, apart from, making it clear with our headline that we can solve the problem that you have, making sure that the customer realizes that, we can trust this company to do the job. The best way to do that is just having as much social proof as possible. And rather than going into details about the service that you offer with your benefits and so on, I prefer to have this social proof right up here, right below the hero, with another call to action right underneath the social proof as well. And as we mentioned, having, 5-star reviews and screenshots of your actual 5-star reviews as well is going to be the most effective way of building up trust from the very beginning. And apart from that as well, you just want to make sure that the landing page is fully optimized in terms of being mobile friendly because most of the traffic that we get on our landing pages in the first place all comes from mobile. So it's just as important to have a fully optimized mobile landing page as well as desktop because, I feel like mobile is often neglected. So we want to make sure that, what we see on desktop is basically what they get on mobile as well. And we just want to make sure that we look at the landing page on mobile as well to make sure that it is fully optimized. Also, to make sure our landing page is optimized as well, we just want to make sure that it actually loads quickly so we can copy and paste in the URL of our landing page into Google's Page Speed Insights, and it's going to give us a more detailed breakdown of how our landing page is performing in terms of speed. And I have a separate video breaking down, the core details that it gives us back if you'd like to check that out as well. And to have an optimized landing page as well, we want to make sure that there are no distractions from the actions that we want the user to take. So as I mentioned as an example of, just having this trust signal up the top rather than, having links to different about and service pages, because if there's loads of links to other pages and just too many options for the user to take, they're most likely just going to get overwhelmed and leave the landing page, which we obviously don't want them to do. But as you go through the landing page as well, you just don't want loads of distractions. And, the best way to do that is only focusing on the information that actually matters. So apart from your hero section, just having trust signals, call to actions, more simple benefits without, big blocks of text, and then go into a little bit more detail about the service that you offer. And each specific landing page for each ad group can go into a little bit more detail about the, ad group itself towards the bottom of the page for those that scroll all the way down this far, and then a little bit of a paragraph as well about your company as well, but without going through, your full company story, and also just having more call to actions at the bottom of the page. And, a common mistake I see on landing pages as well is having loads of links to other pages at the very bottom. But as you can see here, the only links that we have on our landing page is to either get a quote or call directly. And that's exactly how it should be. And having a landing page template like this in general for both desktop and for mobile, this kind of a template can be applied to almost any service because, as you can see, it only contains the core fundamental aspects that really matter when it comes to having a high converting landing page. And you could simply make a landing page template like this yourself and plug in the information that's relevant to the service that you offer and get a much higher conversion rate inside Google Ads by simply having a landing page like this. So I hope this video gave you some clarity when it comes to having a high converting landing page for Google Ads and what actually matters when it comes to getting conversions from the clicks that you're getting. And if you do have any questions at all about landing pages inside Google Ads or anything else related to Google Ads in general, just feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you do like this kind of content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.